right corner reflect the current Chinese price, which I have converted into here after waiting almost 3 years since the previous Mi Mix device, and being that it has first released here in China, I've managed to snatch one up quite quickly. That being said, the prices in the top right corner reflect the current Chinese price, which I have converted into global currencies since a global launch has yet to be announced and may very well not happen at all. Even though a global launch is uncertain at this point in time, the Xiaomi Mi Mix 4 is a huge revolution in the smartphone industry. Not only is it the world's first phone to house an overclocked Snapdragon 888 Plus chipset, but it's Xiaomi's first mass-produced smartphone to incorporate an in-display selfie camera, and possibly the first device in the world to actually do it impressively well, thanks to a micro diamond pixel pattern display covering the selfie camera paired with transparent wiring and 400 pixels per inch matching the rest of the display. Of course, we get a bunch of nifty goodies in the box, including a USB Type C cable, unfortunately only 2.0 speeds, and we do a 4500 mAh battery, 120 watt wire charging, which does come paired in the box, and 50 watt wireless charging. The Mi Mix 4 may very well be cheaper than the Mi 11 Ultra, but does the Xiaomi Mi Mix 4 comes in 3 different color variants, that being shadow gray, which is the one that I have, black or white, and all 3 of them are coated in a wonderful ceramic which wraps all the way to the display. It looks absolutely phenomenal, but it does take away some of its flair when you do indeed slap on that silicone case which comes paired in the box, a premium device with a relatively cheap case. Nevertheless, it looks pretty stunning. I wish it was matte, however. We do have a Snapdragon 888 Plus CPU under the hood, which is the first seen in any smartphone in the world to date, LPDDR5 RAM, UFS 3.1 storage, IP53 dust and splash protection, which is a step down from the class-leading Mi 11 Ultra's IP68 dust and water protection. All 3 color variants do come with a ceramic back which wraps to the display, and the display is protected by Gorilla Glass Victus. It is 8mm thick and just 225 grams in weight. The Mi Mix 4 is certainly no slouch when it comes to optics. We get a 12mm ultra-wide snapper, which is indeed 13 megapixels, a 24mm main sensor, which is indeed a 108 megapixel ISOCELL HMX sensor, along. And when comparing side by side to the Mi 11 Ultra on the right hand side, the Mi Mix 4 lacks brightness in the ultra-wide shots. When using the raw 108 megapixel mode, once again is a lot dimmer compared to the Mi 11 Ultra. When it comes to binning down, it only goes to 27 megapixels instead of 12. Deep dive into this camera system, so do stay tuned for my full review. On the right hand side of the device, we have a power button as well as a volume rocker. At the top, we have one is in the earpiece and that little hole that we saw at the top earlier. There is an in-display selfie camera over here, and for some strange reason there is a cutout in the screen protector for it, which is very strange. We'll peel that off in a second. And going into the actual device, we are welcome to MIUI 12.5, which is nice and clean but still littered with issues. Hopefully we see MIUI 13 extremely soon, because I just cannot wait to see what they do, so hopefully not see it at all. It looks a hell of a lot better with it off, and you can barely see where it is, thanks to the micro diamond pixel pattern 400 ppi screen over the camera to ensure great clarity and reduce a haze effect. When I speak about haze effect, a good example is over here with last year's ZTE Accent 20. Definitely impressive that it was the world's very first mass-produced smartphone to has an in-display camera, but it implemented it pretty poorly since you can see all the pixelated pixels on the screen. And as you can see, without a hole punch in the top left or center corner of the screen, it looks a hell of a lot cleaner than that of the Mi 11 Ultra. Both the Mi Mix 4 and Mi 11 Ultra come paired with a 27mm 20 megapixel selfie snapper. However, of course, the Mi Mix 4's one is hidden pretty well when it comes smooth to use on the fly. The Xiaomi Mi Mix 4 is an incredible phone so far. I cannot we'll have to wait and see in my full review to see which one comes out on top. Make sure to like, subscribe, and smash that